Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to DESI TV USA. I am Tabinda Gul. Let's take a look at the headlines. Silent Thunder US B-2 stealth bombers strike Iran's deep nuclear sites in midnight raid. Iran vowed retaliations after US strike. Regional tension soared as Tehran eyes military and diplomatic response. Trump confirmed strike on Iran nuclear site, warns of more devastating attack without peace. Global protests erupt over Trump's airstrike on Iran. Netanyahu praises Trump for Iran strike, a great friend of Israel. United Nations chief warns of perilous turns after US strike on Iran. Pentagon hails Iran strike at overwhelming success, says Hexet. And UK stammers urges de-escalation's call for return to talk after Iran strike. These are headlines, lead to news detail. Viewers, now the top story is here. In a dramatic escalations of covert military strategies, US Air Force B-2 Spirit stealth bombers executed a precision strike deep inside Iranian territory just past midnight. The target Iran's 45 nuclear facilities at Fordow, Natanz and Isfahan. Long considers the heart of Tehran's nuclear ambitions. Flying undetected across multiple air defense zones, the radar evading B-2's released GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrators bomb capable of destroying underground bunkers. The entire operation lasted less than 20 minutes, showcasing not only the technical might of US military planning but the unmatched stealth capabilities of the B-2 platform. Now, Fordow, buried deep inside a mountain, was believed to house enriched uranium stockpiles, while Natanz and Isfahan serve as major centrifuge and conversions hubs. Satellites imagery and preliminary reports indicate substantial structural damage, though Iranian state media has yet to issue a detailed response. Now, military analysts point to the B-2's unique design of flying wing configurations coated with radar absorbent materials as key to its ability to enter enemy airspace unnoticed. Designed for strategic bombing missions, the Spirit can carry both conventional and nuclear payload, making it one of the most fearsome aircraft in modern warfare. Now, in the aftermath of US airstrike that devastated key Iranian nuclear site, Tehran has issued a stern warning of retaliations, one that could ignite a broader regional conflict. Iranian officials say the response will be strategic and multi-layered, wanting to choose the time and place of their counterattack. Already the situation is heating up. Iran has launched missiles targeting Israel, escalating long-standing hostilities. Simultaneously, threats against US forces, embassies and naval vessels stations across the Persian Gulf have intensified. Now, despite the strike, Iran insists its nuclear program will not only continue but may expand in scope, a direct challenge to Washington's goal of containment. There are growing fears that Tehran could abandon remaining international communities and accelerate uranium enrichment. Now, adding to the urgency, Iran is reportedly preparing to close the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow but vital oil choke point through which nearly one-fifth of global petroleum passes. A closure would send shockwaves through global energy market and heighten military tensions, with Western navies patrolling the area. Now, on the diplomatic front, Iran is working to really support. Tehran has engaged in high-level talk with Russia and India, seeking to forge broader alliances to counterbalance Western pressure. Now, with regional powers on high alert and global oil market rattle, the Middle East teeters on the edge of a larger confrontations, one that could redraw geopolitical lines and test international alliances. Now, US President Donald Trump has confirmed that American forces carried out targeted airstrike on Iran's three military nuclear facilities, Fordow, Natanz and Isfahan, marking one of the most significant escalations in the region in recent years. Speaking from the White House, President Donald Trump stated the United States has neutralized three of Iran's most dangerous nuclear sites. This was a necessary step to ensure global security and prevent a nuclear-armed Iran. The president issues a stern warning to Tehran: either return to the negotiation table or face even more devastating attack. He emphasized that peace is still possible, but only if Iran halts its nuclear ambitions and de-escalates regional aggression. Trump reiterated that the US does not seek war but will not hesitate to act in self-defense or in defense of its allies. This was a message to the regime in Tehran: the world will not tolerate nuclear blackmail, he said. Iran has vowed to retaliate and continues to signal its commitment to advancing its nuclear program, increasing fear of a border conflict across the Middle East. Now, as tensions soar, global leaders are urging restraint while military assets in the Gulf remain on high alert. Now, thousands of protesters rallied across major cities worldwide condemning US President Donald Trump's decisions to strike Iran nuclear facilities. Demonstrations took place in London, Berlin, Istanbul, and New York, with crowds calling the attack reckless and dangerous. Anti-war slogans and chants against US aggressions echoed through the street as global fears mount over a wider Middle East conflict fueled by escalating tension between Washington and Tehran. Viewers, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu hailed US President Donald Trump following the recent American airstrike on Iran's key nuclear site. We must take our hats off to our great friend, my close friend, President Donald Trump, Netanyahu declared, calling the operation a bold step for regional security. The Israeli leader praised the US for demonstrating strength as tension with Iran continue to threaten stability across the Middle East. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres expressed grave concern over the US bombing of Iran's nuclear site, calling it a perilous turn in a region that is already reeling. He warned that the world risks descending into a rat hole of retaliations after retaliations, urging restraint from all parties. Guterres emphasized the urgent need for diplomacy to prevent further escalation and safeguard global peace amid rising Middle East tension. US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth praised the recent military strike on Iran nuclear facilities as an incredible and overwhelming success. Speaking at a Pentagon briefing, Hegseth revealed the operations took months of planning and weeks of strategic positioning. He condemned the precision and coordinations of US forces, calling the mission a critical blow to Iran's nuclear capabilities and a strong message of deterrence in a volatile region. Viewers, in the end, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer called for calm following the US airstrike on Iran nuclear facilities, emphasizing the urgent need to de-escalate tensions. It is vital that we avoid further conflict and return to the path of negotiation. Starmer said in a press statement he urged all sides to exercise restraint and prioritize diplomacy to prevent a wider regional crisis and protect global security interests. So viewers, thank you for watching and thank you for supporting. This is me, Tabinda, signing off. Stay tuned for more news. DESI TV USA, DTVN, and another OTT platform, DTV Flex, where you can access to over 3,000 channels. So stay tuned and stay with us.
Neurological care is a pressing healthcare challenge in Pakistan. That's why Helping Hand USA is building Kind R, a world-class hospital with 130 plus clinics that is set to establish new standards for neurological care in Pakistan. As the first phase nears completion, anticipation is growing for the launch in the second half of 2025. Give zakat and sadaqah through Helping Hand USA today and join this historic endeavor to redefine future healthcare in Pakistan.